And to Britney Spears, no less. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that Britney is my queen, and has been ever since the 6th grade. When they projected the Baby One More Time video onto a screen at the Guilford Middle School dance, I was immediately enthralled. Like, work, what is this? I love it. Whenever I hear Britney Spears, I fuck shit up. And it's not easy to fuck shit up over Zoom. Every time I do something new or out of my comfort zone, which happens more and more these days, I get nervous. The world is a crazy place, and there's a lot going on that is out of our control. Sometimes you need to fix your tits and get on with it. Other times you have to sit in the uncomfortable spaces to get through them. But when we can recognize the absurdity of it all and laugh about it together, it doesn't feel so tough. So laugh, bitch. Laugh at it all. Adding levity to difficult moments is what connects us to our joy, and there's enough out there trying to steal our joy. Hello, Jamie Lynn Spears. Here's something else I've been known to tell writers. In between my TED Talks on topics like black licorice, no, TRL, yes, and cash bars, why did you invite me? You are fierce. You are fabulous. You are a hot, steaming plate of fajitas at a packed Chili's on a Friday night turning heads. No, not the complimentary basket of chips and salsa. You're the fajita. The shrimp fajitas. The expensive kind. That's the confidence I'm looking for from you. Rich, shrimp fajita level confidence. Because before you can get fit, before you can get paid, before you can find somebody to love who will love you like you deserve, you need to love yourself. Listen, I don't really know how to say this without sounding like a cringy asshole, but here it goes. I always knew I was a star. I knew I was special, even when I was being told that everything about who I was wrong. And that negativity came at me a lot. As a kid, I got made fun of for acting like a girl. I got ridiculed for loving to dance. I was the boy in 7th grade teaching the girls the Oops, I Did It Again choreography. You know, those filler days at the end of the year when testing is over but summer break hasn't started yet. By the end of those 2 days in the year 2000, every 13-year-old girl in my class knew how to move like Britney in her red vinyl catsuit. Not exactly under the radar. Even as an out gay man, I felt pressure to play the part of that hyper-masculine gay guy, a role that is very not me, because that's what lots of men gravitate to. But even when I was trying to hide my authentic self or change myself to fit a mold, I believed deep down that one day I would shine. As a kid, I thought I would be an actor because that's what stars did. Then, when I realized I couldn't act, I thought I'd be a dancer, and I had some success there, and plenty of failures too. It wasn't until I landed at Peloton and was finally being validated for being gay as fuck that I could look back and say, see, bitch, you always knew you were a star. People tried to convince you that you weren't worthy, that you were extra, that you needed to be different, but you had it all along. That said, feeling destined for stardom and loving yourself are not the same thing. Even if loving other people comes naturally, it's hard to hold the mirror up to ourselves and face all the insecurities and messiness of our lives and still remember that we're that bitch. For me, that aha moment came after a breakup. I'd been dating a guy that I loved a lot, and the relationship ended because I cheated on him. Well, there was some gray area based on what we'd agreed upon, but I definitely hurt this person that I cared about, and I realized I had some real work to do. I understood that if I could sabotage my own happiness so severely, if I could get in my own way like that, then I needed to focus on loving myself. That's when I began to connect to the idea of self-love, to prioritize it for myself and start encouraging it in others. So, a lot of this book will touch on just that, how to love yourself. Because it can be confusing. Self-love doesn't mean never being sad or not having a hard time. It means valuing yourself enough to feel those feelings while still knowing your worth. And it means pressing pause on the wallowing long enough to take care of yourself in the ways that you need. I often define self-love as the act of differentiating between what you need and what you want. Sometimes what you want is a rest day, but sometimes you truly need a rest day. Sometimes you want another vodka soda, but what you actually need is a gallon of H2O. You might want